Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming. This is an exciting day for the Denver Broncos. We're proud to introduce our 2021 first-round pick, cornerback Pat Surtain from the University of Alabama. Welcome to the Broncos, Pat. I'd also like to welcome Pat's parents, Patrick Sr. and Michelle. I go way back with Patrick Sr. We were with the Dolphins together, and he was one of the better cornerbacks in the league. He was physical. He was tough. He brought it every day, but he was better in the locker room. He was better in the community. And his son is, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree with Pat. Pat's a great leader. He's great in the community. He comes from great parents. He's had great coaching with Patrick Sr. being his high school coach, with Nick Saban being his college coach, the best coach of, probably all time at college, a man I've worked with for 2 years. So we knew a lot about Pat. I've been watching him for 3 years now. As you scout the other Alabama players, number 2 sticks out, and he always did on tape. But what really impressed us about Pat is the intangibles, everything off the field. He's smart. He's a great teammate. He's great in the locker room. He's great in the community. And so that's really what resonated with us. And then you turn on the tape, and it's, guys this big, that's what corners should look like. They shouldn't move like he does. He's long, he's athletic. He fits everything Vic wants in a corner. He can play man, he can play zone, he can press, he tackles, he's physical. He was at Alabama for 3 years, started every game, 38 games, 36-2 while at Alabama. And when you watch Patrick, you can get bored because they never throw to him. He only had 48 targets this year. They only completed 21 passes. So you love the movement. For a guy this big, he's always in phase. He's hard to throw at for quarterbacks. And so that's what really resonated. We've been watching this kid for 3 years. I knew the family. I knew the dad. I knew where he came from. We tried to hide our interest a little bit. I never spoke with Pat. I never Zoomed with him. I told our coaches, don't call him. Told our scouts, don't call, don't Zoom. I didn't go to the Alabama Pro Day. This is a kid we targeted. This is a kid we wanted. We were very fortunate that he was there, and we took him. And we're excited he's here. He's going to make us better. We feel he's only scratching the surface. With Vic's coaching, our coaches, coaching, that he can be one of the better cornerbacks in the NFL. I know we have other corners. He's just going to add to it. In our division, with these passing offenses, Kansas City rank 1. I think the Chargers are 6. Raiders maybe 7. I could be off. But you need guys who can cover, who can run, that are big, and have ball skills, and that's Pat Surtain. So without further ado, I'd like to congratulate Pat and bring him to the podium and welcome him to the Broncos country. Pat.
Good afternoon, everyone. First off, I just want to thank Mr. Payton and, Coach Fangio just for welcoming me in with open arms. I can't wait to get started with the Broncos organization. And, it's still more work to be done, but right now I'm just enjoying the moment as it is.
That will be on this side right here to start.
Hey, Pat. Congratulations, Eric Dalal at DenverBroncos.com. George just said with Vic you can be one of the better cornerbacks in the NFL. What does it mean to you to hear him say that? And what do you think is realistic for you in year one?
Just hearing that from him, I think I absolutely can. Just from my pedigree, as technique-wise, I think I'm an all-around sound corner, and I think I have what it takes to be an elite corner in this league.
Hey, Pat, it's Arnie Stapleton from Associated Press. Hey, Pat. Every year there's a few players like yourself whose father played in the NFL, and I'm wondering, at what point in your life did you kind of realize that your path was going to be pro football, or was it something that just kind of, was always in the cards, so to speak?
Well, I started playing football at a young age. I started at the age of 5. It was something that, just was on with me, just stuck with me. But I really started focusing on it when I started getting offers sophomore year of high school. And, of course, with my dad on my side, just learning from him each and every day, just talking to him, chopping it up with him, helped me a lot to get to this point.
Do you think, just secondly, do you think that the relationship you and your father have with football, we're going to continue, like you'll still get advice, seek advice as you begin your pro career, not just, getting here, but going forward?
Yeah, I'ma always get advice from him. He could always tell me from a right or wrongs, go over tape, go over certain things like that, just for me to get better.
Hey, Pat, George Stoya with the Gazette. Welcome to Denver. There's been a lot of talk about you coming here, and there's already quite a bit of talent in that cornerback room and the secondary, but you've kind of faced that at American Heritage. I know there was a lot of talented guys there in Alabama. How much has that maybe helped you, and what's maybe your mindset going into a talented, cornerback room like that?
Yeah, we got a talented cornerback room, of course, with a lot of veteran leaders, a lot of veteran guys that I'm looking to compete with, and, just build on a tremendous defense as it is. But at Alabama, of course, we always look forward to that, competing against each other at a high level. So it's nothing new to me. I'm ready to compete and, have fun.
Secondly, have any of those guys reached out to you so far, and are you familiar with any of those guys' games?
I talked to Bradley Chubb, Simmons, of course, those guys. They texted me earlier prior today.
Pat, congratulations. When we watch corners, the great ones here, a lot of them talk, boisterous, in your face. You shut down people without that. How has that been part of your game to be dominant without making it real personal with trash talking?
I think that's just been my character. I'm a laid-back person. I don't think it just had to do with anything with football. That's how I am. Just laid back, chill. I just let my play do the talking. That's my main thing. And, I just focus on the main thing. And, I think going into the game, my preparation and my focus helped me, play at a high level.
And you've gone against guys in practice, Judy, Ruggs, Waddle, Devontae. Most guys really kind of, not struggle, but that transition can be difficult. Having gone against those guys the last 3 years, how much do you think that can microwave and accelerate your transition to the pro game?
Going against those guys every day, of course, Judy, but all those other receivers, it helped me get better as a cornerback technically and mentally. Just going against those guys every day helped me prepare for the next level, of course. When I go into the game is much easier, especially when you're going against 4 first-rounders. So it makes the game much easier, but on the next level, I know it's going to be even greater competition, of course, but, I'm just ready and excited for it.
Pat, Nick Kosmeyer from The Athletic. Welcome and congratulations. I'm just curious, what are your first sort of memories of being around the NFL? What are some of the first things that just you remember, in that experience?
Yeah, well, of course, my dad played in the league. I've been around the National Football League at a young age, so I sort of got a hang of things, understood the game inside and out. Just being around him, being able to be in the team locker room, being able to experience what it's like to be around the NFL locker room at such an early age, I think, helped mature me in such a way. I just learn each and every day at an early age, and now I'm here at this point.
Hey, Pat, Kyle Newman from the Denver Post. So obviously a highly touted guy coming out of high school. How did you kind of handle those expectations to go on to have that career that you did at Alabama? And how are you planning on handling, expectations of being number 1 pick in Broncos country?
Yeah, I always set my expectations high. It's nothing new to me. I'm just always going to perform at a high level, just keep my head held down and, just work, because I always got a strong work ethic, so I just don't let nothing faze me. At the end of the day, that's what it's going to be, just with my work ethic and how I can contribute to the team.
And critical analysis of your tape from last season. I know you had a great year, but what's your biggest weakness or area of improvement you're looking to go, work on here heading into your rookie year?
I know I'm a taller corner. I can work on my short area quickness here and there, but I'll say it's not a weakness, but I can always work on my technique. That's something that you can always improve on. So those 2 things I can always focus on area of improvement.
Hey, Patrick, congratulations. Zach Stevens with DNVR. Yesterday, Vic said that you can play inside even though you haven't had a lot of tape on that. Do you believe you can do that? Is that something you'd want to do? And what makes you believe that you would succeed in that?
Yeah, I think I'm a very versatile DB. Just going back to Bama, I played some nickel my sophomore year there. So I got a lot of experience playing inside, outside. And, I just think I could play all over the field. Whatever they need me to fit in this defense, I think I can contribute at a high level.
Hey, Pat, Sean Keeler, the Denver Post. Ed, two quickies. You mentioned Judy a bit ago. I'm wondering how many times, first off, you guys matched up one-on-one, and who got the better of who in those matchups, as talented as you guys were over there? Yeah,
we matched up plenty of times when Drew was in college. We both had our fair share. We competed at a high level, of course. But that's the name of the game. We made each other better no matter what. And just going against him, I can honestly say that I was grateful for that experience, that time, because you ain't gonna get many matchups like that in practice each and every day.
Yeah. And I'm curious, other than your dad, obviously, who are your next two biggest football mentors, and what's the best advice they gave you that's still stuck now as you're all the way at this level?
Well, I got a lot of football mentors. Just his teammates, probably like Jason Taylor, Sam Madison. Those guys. I learned a lot from them. Ty Law. I could name plenty of guys, but those guys taught me a lot. The inside and out of the game. To always stay focused, stay humbled, and just keep on working hard. That's something they told me and always stuck with me ever since then.
Hey, Pat, Brandon Christelle from KOA. Two for you. One kind of following up on that. Who are players that you pattern your game after, maybe beyond your dad?
I sort of look at cornerbacks as my body type, my frame, got the same elite traits as me. I look at a lot of corners. I look at Ramsey, Pat P, Stephon Gilmore, those guys. I just look at their game, some of the elite corners in the league, and see how their game could translate into mine. And just focus on their strengths and their weaknesses.
Well, then kind of following up, there's a guy up there, Champ Bailey, who just got enshrined in Canton. What do you know about him, and what do you know about the Broncos organization and tradition?
Yeah, Champ, he was obviously a great corner, an all-time great. I talked to him plenty of times before this. He's a great person as well. Just the whole Broncos organization, it's a very well-organized organization, and I just can't wait to be a part of it.
Pat, Jeff Legwell from ESPN. I'm just curious whether it was your father or another mentor, what are the most important things these people have said to you about being a rookie in the NFL on the field and off the field? What are the important things they've said you have to do?
Yeah, the most important thing is know how to handle yourself like a pro, because going into college, into the league, you got to understand that it's a business like mentality going into the league. And you sort of got to move a certain way, think sort of sophisticated in some ways, but they always say just stay with your work ethic, always be you, because you could never go wrong with just being you. So at the end of the day, just staying focused, making sure you prepare right, and and the main thing they told me was, as a rookie, it's always a good thing to keep your body right, going into getting treatment, the extra things you need for your body.
And I'm just a little off the wall, but they just changed the rule. Will you wear number 2 if they'll let you?
I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see though.
Yeah, is it Pat or Patrick?
You call me Pat. It's good.
Okay, and then Surtain or Surtain?
Surtain.
Surtain. Okay, and do you know anything about the no-fly zone here with the Broncos? Any of the players? I think you might have been a senior in high school, junior in high school. When...
Yeah, I know that no-fly zone team. I'm pretty sure that was 2015 team with Chris Harris, Talib, all those boys. That was a great secondary, of course. They did their fair share here, and they contributed at a high level. Hopefully we could bring that back. Just bring that type of same swagger, that same mentality back into the defense.
Thank you.
Pat, congratulations. Welcome to Denver. Romy Bean, CBS Denver. You touched on this a little bit, but learning from your dad, I'm really curious about the off the field in terms of being a professional in an NFL locker room. Obviously a big transition as a rookie. What are the biggest things that he's told you that you're going in, what kind of mentality you're going in with?
Like I said before, he always told me to stay professional, stay within the course, just stay focused on the main thing. Just when you look back at it, always rely on your technique. Never get too complacent, because in the league you're gonna have your ups and downs, but always stay focused and learn how to deal with adversity. That's some of the things that he's taught me throughout the days, just learning from him each and every day.